Hey guys, so something has come up and I am no longer able to be at orientation tomorrow evening, but I wanted to be able to introduce myself in person and to give you guys an idea of what to expect from Essentials this year and also what to bring with you to classes and possibly how to organize your students' binder. So let's start with what do you need for Essentials? The first 45 minutes of every class will be spent looking at tools from this book. So this is the Essentials of the English Language. We also refer to this as EEL. And within this book, it is broken down by weeks. So we as parents slash teachers will be successful. And this is where I am getting all the information for class, which is amazing because that means anything I know, and you have access to. So within this book, the majority of it is for you, okay? But if you turn to the back, page 395 and beyond is basically for your student. And back here, you will find a lot of charts right here. Okay, and these are the charts that we will be going over every Essentials class. And so when your student is utilizing these charts, you have a couple of options. So the first option is you can make copies of these and print them out. And you can put them in handy dandy page protectors. And they can write on them with dry erase markers. And so when you are buying dry erase markers for your student, make sure that you get the fine tip, because if they're too big, it'll be hard to write on there and be able to read it. So the second option is to print them out. And I'm a little bit in love with my laminator, so I laminate like everything. And you can laminate them and punch holes and put them in your student's binder, and they can write on them with the dry erase marker and erase them and use them and have fun. The third option is something that I decided to do last summer. I bought a Trivium Table and we used it all year long, and then I don't know where it is now. I asked Caitlin, my daughter, to bring it to me and she couldn't find it. So this is just an example to show our new parents what a Trivium Table is. So this is Geography Trivium Table, and it's just basically a portable dry erase page, and you can get this from the Classical Conversations bookstore online. And it has all the charts that we'll be using for Essentials in it, if you want to go that route. So for the first 45 minutes of class, you will need your EEL guide and the gear for your student, okay, which has all the charts in there. The next 30 minutes of class, we will be doing math, and you won't need anything for that because I will provide all that you need. So that covers EEL. And let me just show you what I did to organize this. And this is just to make it easier on me. I bought those little tabby things, and I just numbered the weeks. So when you see me flipping through this, that's what that is. And the very last thing I'd like to point out, actually, is this page right here. And this is within the gear. It's page 435. And these are diagramming sentences. So it's broken down by week. And they're just sentences that you can diagram with your student. And 1 through 3 are the beginner level, and then 4 and 5 are more advanced. So never feel like you have to do 1, any of this, and 2, all of them, okay? So that's EEL. So the final 45 minutes of class is going to be looking at IEW. And so the only 2 things that you are going to need for IEW, I say 2, 3 things, and we'll get to the third, are ancient history based writing lessons, teacher manual, and student book. Okay? And in addition to this is the student resource packet. And we can print that off for you if you don't already have it. So essential parents, if you already have it and you don't mind bringing it back, please do so. If you are new to Essentials or you no longer have your packet, email me back and we will print it for you. Not a problem. Or if you are just super eager and you want to get your hands on it now, you can look in your teacher manual. And on the first blue page that you come to, the only blue page that you come to, is this, accessing your downloads. And it will give you instructions on how to get to the SRP. So, student resource packet. So that's an option, but it's like 175 pages. So if you don't want to print it yourself, please email me back and we can take care of that for you. But your student will also want that student resource packet for class because it has the keyword outline guide in it. It has just a lot of information that I will be referencing during class, and so they can just flip to it. And also, I like coffee. So if you are anything like me, you will want coffee for class. So I recommend we'll find someone to maybe like brew some coffee for us. So let's look at our student book. This is just one way that you can organize your student's book. So there's no right way to organize it. And actually, if you guys want to sit down at lunch with me the first day of class, we can like peruse this book and you can take a look and see what works for you and what you don't want to use and just make it your own. But just a typical binder for your student. And within Caitlin's book, I have her analytical task sheet, which she will use when she is looking at those diagramming sentences that I showed you on page, what was it, 435? So you just write it here and it's a check sheet. So there is that. This is the student resource packet that I was telling you about. And within that, I just had some pages that I felt like she might be using often when she is writing papers. So like her ly adverbs, her strong verbs, quality adjectives, sensory words, transitional words. So it's whatever you feel like your student may want. In addition to that, I put in this little thing. It's something I found online, 128 words to use instead of very. Just something that I felt like maybe she could use. And then in the back, I have her charts that I laminated for her. And that's pretty much it. And some extra paper so that she can take notes. So she can take notes because that's what she does in class. But yeah. So I think, did I cover it all? Last thing. So at the end of every class, once I get home, maybe the next morning, depending on how it all goes, I plan to send you guys an email just covering what we talked about in class, basically just bullet points. And with that, I will also include maybe some homework suggestions. These are just suggestions. So never feel like I'm trying to take over your child's education because you are their teacher and I know that. It's just something to kind of help you guide your way through it if you so choose to. And often I feel like we get bogged down with this information, and you may not be as familiar with these books as I am because I've gone through training, and over the last couple of weeks I've just been digging into it because I want to be the best essentials tutor your child has ever had, and I want to make sure that I'm covering all the bases. So I may have a more in-depth understanding of what homework opportunities are out there for you. So they are just suggestions. Never feel like you have to do it just because I say so. But yeah. So, and lastly, the way I am approaching this whole essentials tutor thing is maybe as a tour guide. So I am taking you on a tour every week of essentials, and I am showing you what opportunities there are to check out and basically just how to use the material. But with that, I want you to understand that I have only seen this one time. Last year was my first year and I fell in love with essentials. It's amazing. And just looking at Caitlin's writing and how it's improved, it's no words. So I will do the absolute best that I can, but if you have ideas of how I can improve, or if you know of how to teach something better than what I'm teaching it, or if you have seen it taught in a different way that you feel like others may be able to make connections with better than the connections that I'm trying to give them, please share it with me. I feel like we are a community and we should definitely help one another out. And so that's the mentality I'm taking. And I just look forward to having fun with you and your student and getting to know you. And so I am really sorry that I cannot be there tomorrow night, but I will be there Thursday. And I look forward to our first day of Essentials. And I will see you then. Bye.